So I'm in back of our vehicle right here. It's got a 2-inch receiver right back here. And this is the guy that you have to put on to the back end here to put the rack on, so we could go ahead and put the scooter on top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this in detail, how it works and how you get it into the receiver.
This is Jedis for Jesus, and we are Bible-believing Christians. Have this, the bolts on the outside like this, just like that, and when you slide this guy in, you have, put that pin in the Carter pin, so find the hole, there you go, goes right on in, just like that. And you got your little hole right there. Put that in there, like so, halfway, just like that. Now that guy's in there secure. So what you want to do then, you slide this all the way in, like that. And then you go ahead and tighten these. You tighten these up, all of them, so it doesn't shake as much. And I'll go ahead and show you how that looks when I tighten it all up.
Now, you can either use an adjustable wrench or you can use a socket wrench. So you see how loose that is right there. So what I'm going to show you is you take a 17mm socket wrench, that's the best thing, or you could go ahead and use this adjustable one, but this would be a lot simpler. So you take the middle one here, you tighten it up. You can do it by hand in the beginning. Just tighten that one up. Tighten the side ones up, and just like that. Do them one at a time, basically, and don't tighten them that tight. A little bit at a time. There you go. So now you saw how loose it was. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you. It's not going anywhere. It's really tight. So now what I'm going to show you is right here on the side is a Carter pin, and you go ahead and pull that out, and then you have another pin. You got this guy right there, so you go ahead, pull that out, this comes down, and right here, 2 nuts and 2 bolts there that you can adjust right there, how, there you go, you see it better there,
how high these bolts stick out, so you can basically have that at what level you want there. So on this one right here, you're gonna actually have to use 2 wrenches to adjust that. And if you need some help, you know, somebody that you know can go ahead and help you put this on, because once you put this on one time, you're not going to have to put it on again, because I'll show you later on in this video how this will actually work like that, and your whole rack goes up back here. So when you have this from that position down to this position, there is a hole right there through the bar, so you go ahead and place this through here, and then you go ahead on the other side and place your quarter pin down like that, and now your bar will stay there just like that. So here's the rack right here that we have, and it is actually Silver Springs by DiscountRamps.com. So there's the bar that you have to go ahead and slide this onto on the other end right there. And as you can see right there, there's a couple of bolts that is how you also gonna go ahead and attach it to this bar right there. So you definitely need somebody to help you get this on there for the first time. So you take that end right there and you place it into there. There is a hole on the side, which you go ahead and put another pin through that. There's the 2 pins that you go ahead and place in the hole there. And then just like on the other side, like this one right over here, you place it through. So let me go ahead and put this guy right there on, and we'll go from there. So as you're sliding this on here, you want to go ahead and line up the 2 holes. Now you might, those bolts that I showed you earlier, you might have a little bit difficulty that they have to be loosened, which I'm hand loosening them right now. There you go. That slid in a lot better. I see the hole where I have to put this pin through. And like I said, you do this one time and you leave it on the back of your vehicle. So there it is. You line it up and put this guy on the other side. There you go. So it's kind of wobbly right now, and that's when you go ahead and tighten those bolts on the other side, which I'll do and show you how it looks after. So I had actually the 17mm socket wrench to adjust these up here. Now what I have right now is a 7/8 socket, and if I'm not mistaken, that would be a 22mm.
this actually works. I don't have a 22 millimeter socket, but I do have a 7/8 socket. So that works for the bolts underneath. And then I also got an adjustable wrench right here that I'm going to use and show you from below.
So you have to tighten this bolt right here, and then you're going to have to tighten that bolt right there too. So I'll go ahead and show you how that's all going to look. See how wobbly it is right now? So what you do is you go ahead and start tightening it. And this screw right here, or the nut, go as close as to the top of the nut here, or I should say the bolt. The nut goes on top of the bolt there. Now you tighten it real good and tight. You do the same thing with this one, as tight as possible. You can go back and forth to tighten it. And then you can take the adjustable wrench and the nut right here, get it all the way up to the top. This one too. That one's a little bit tight. And then once it's tight up against the top there, you go ahead and give it a couple of good turns. And this way, it's like a locking nut. There, now everything's tight there. Pins are in, everything's good. So now you give it a test. And what you do, I'm shaking this whole rack, and the car is actually moving back and forth. So this is on there really tight. So you don't have to really do anything else to it. That's fully secure. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like when you lift it up, because maybe you don't have your scooter on there, and this rack can always stay on there. So what you want to do now is, to get the rack to come up, is you take that pin out right here, pull this out, and then on this side you just slide that out, and that'll make the whole thing come up. So then all you have to do is lift it up just like that. And then right here, as you can see above the bolt right there, this is where you actually place the pin in. You might have to shake this a little bit, move it back and forth to get it through. There you go. And then you put this guy through. Just like that. And as you can see, that's how it would ride on there. Now let me show you a couple of things that you might want to go ahead and take care of. Number one is that this is rubbing up against the light right here, so you don't necessarily you know, you might want to put something around that, some kind of rubber or something to protect that from rubbing up against the light.
So what I wanted to go ahead and show you is how you can open up the back of this vehicle. So you undo that like I showed you earlier, how to put that in. Just comes right out. This comes down. So whatever you might have back here, you can still get to it, as you can see I'm doing right now. So you can still get through here and have your scooter on the back very easily. So what I'd like to show you is now getting the scooter on here.
So right here, this lever, it pulls out, and as you can see, that is the ramp right there. So you pull that out and you hold on to this handle right there,
and the ramp moves just like that.
Now you have another one of these levers right there that you can see that you got to go ahead and pull this out too, and then it's got a couple of holes you can slide it in
so it doesn't go any further than what you see right there. Now I actually have another vehicle over there which I got to move to show you how I can put the scooter on here.
If you got any value out of this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when we upload a brand new video. Thank you.
You go ahead and pull this out right here, hold on to the handle right there, and then the ramp comes down. I'll show you that right now. You could either put the scooter on reverse or forward, but when you get to wherever you're going, you're just going to have to do the opposite. So I'm going to show you both ways. So as you can see right there, that I was on the scooter, I drove it on there, and I had a little bit of problems. I guess that's the way you have to put it on. You can't go in reverse, so you have to put the scooter on that way. And you can also, I'm going to show you how I take it off without being on it. So it just depends on what you feel more comfortable with doing. So we're going to go ahead and put the back end up, and then I could go ahead and show you how you can strap it down. So right here, you go ahead and underneath or wherever you want to grab it, and then this right there, you pull that guy out and it will lock into place. So what I wanted to show you right there, there is 2 pins right there coming out, and this part right there, you got to really pull on this right here to get both of those to come out. As you can see, they're in there, and this is not going to go anywhere.
So of course you're not going to leave it like that, because you got to strap it down. So I just want to go ahead and show you that there are different straps that you can use. Let me sit down here. See, I can actually sit down on this. You see the whole car moving, but there are different straps you can go ahead and use for There's these kinds that you just press on it and then this slides, and then on this end it's nice and tight and it's not going to go anywhere. You could do it that way, and then this way it keeps pulling. So you can use these straps. All of this stuff, there'll be links on the bottom of this video that you can find all this, the straps, the rack, the scooter, all that'll be in the description. The one that I prefer are these straps right here, and they're the ratchet ones. I really prefer these better. So you adjust it to where exactly you want it, and then if that's where you want it, then you go ahead and nice ratchet. So that is how I'm gonna strap down this scooter to the rack. Just 2 straps would be good. If you want to use a third one, you can go ahead and very well do that. The other thing that could be an option is you go ahead and lower the seat down, and you know, you could put one of the straps over the seat itself. So there's a couple of ways that you can strap it down. You put the hook through here and just go to the other side, but I prefer maybe putting it up here like that and then actually crisscrossing to the other side. And I'll go ahead and show you where I put the straps. And then the other thing you want to go ahead and make sure is that you're not rubbing any part of the mechanism, the ratchet, against your scooter. You don't want to damage it, but this little scooter has gone through a lot, and it's got nicks, and it's been well loved, let's put it that way, in the past 2 years. So then the other one, I do the same thing and crisscross it. And then you go ahead and put it down here in this hole there. So let me go ahead and show you that a little bit closer view of how I got that.
So I got the hook attached to the front part right there, and then I got it crisscrossing over the battery case, and see on this side too. Also on this side too. And like I said, the ratchet's right here, and you can make it as tight as you want. And then back there in the hole, I have it on both sides like that. Coming over, and if you don't want it to be crossed like that, you can go ahead and fix that, but see, I have it on almost to the end right there, and there you go. You could either put a strap over the seat, or you could take the seat off completely and put it inside the car, but I'd rather just put the strap on it like I'm doing right here. Just do a quick tour around the scooter and the rack to just show you. just going to go ahead and show you how I unstrap the scooter from the rack, and I'm going to show you how I can back it up off the rack and go ahead and put it back on without sitting on it. The last thing I'm going to do here is fold up the rack and put it up against the back of the vehicle.
This is Jedis for Jesus. Hope to see you one day soon in heaven.